Hello and welcome to the weekly Global Heartstream. I'm Gabriel Gonsalves, a professional coach, artist, and speaker who enjoys traveling the world, connecting with amazing people, and talking about the longest, most rewarding journey that you'll ever embark on, the 12-inch journey between your head and your heart. Through individual and group coaching programs, online courses, and live seminars, I teach a heart-centered approach to personal mastery, leadership development, and spiritual growth that helps people become the most loving, joyful, and powerful version of themselves. The Global Heartstream is a weekly dedicated space to help you reconnect with your heart, raise your vibrational frequency, and remind you just how powerful, loving, and amazing you already are. It's also an invitation to unify our hearts with the intention of bringing more love, compassion, and healing to a world that so desperately needs it. You can find out more about my work by visiting GabrielGonsalves.com, where you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, and register for my upcoming seminars. And if you enjoy this Heartstream, please be sure to subscribe, like, or comment so that we can reach more people and help make this a more loving, compassionate, and heart-centered world. Hello and welcome to another inspiring episode of the Global Heartstream. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonsalves, broadcasting live on this beautiful Wednesday, the 19th of April. And first of all, I want to thank everyone for their really wonderful comments on my birthday. I turned 55 years old. Can you believe it? This past Monday, the 17th of April. I had a really beautiful day. A shower with a lot of love. I felt really wonderful. Something I've been doing here locally is every Monday I've been running a small sacred song circle at a little Hare Krishna temple with some friends. Has a really beautiful energy. And in the middle of a Hare Krishna song, they showed up with an amazing chocolate cake and a candle. And and then Hare Krishna became a happy birthday song. And I felt so loved. I went to bed that day feeling very, very, very special, very loved. So thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your messages and your emails. I haven't been able to reply to all the messages, but I want to say thank you very, very much. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome Cindy's Heart. I think you were the first one here. Welcome Amanda, Deborah. Welcome Mariette in South Africa, and Amanda, Simona in Luxembourg. Mary Rinaldi, who is making her way out to see Barry Manilow this weekend. Hello, Marilyn. Oh, hello, Lila. Hello, Irish. Hello, everyone. Today, we continue on this series of conversations we've been having this month on what it means to live from the heart. We started the month having a conversation with Sonia Terhavanishyan on her heart awakening journey and what it means to live from the heart. Then last week, I shared different perspectives on the path of the heart and how I came across this path and what it means today to me. Today, we're going to take it up a notch. And now that we defined what exactly is this path and what does it mean, today we're going to be talking about 8 reasons why most people will never follow their heart. So this will be interesting to you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a lot more messages here for my birthday. Thank you, John. Thank you, Lila. Thank you, Irish. Thank you, everyone else. All right. So would you mind just sharing in the comment section below, if you haven't already done so, just one word that expresses how you're feeling right now? Mary says she's excited. Of course you're excited. You're about to go on this incredible adventure, Mary. Simona says she's feeling joyful. Who says somebody here said great? Where did I see great? I don't know where great went. Oh, tired. Irish says tired. Tired and a heart. Does that mean your heart is tired? And Mariette says, I'm feeling excited. John says, happy bee, happy bee. Oh, that's happy birthday. I thought you were feeling happy. All right. Let's dive into today's topic. But before, let me quickly remind you about some cool, exciting opportunities for growth that I have coming up. This coming Friday, April the 28th, so this last Friday of the month, if you are a man and you are here and you resonate with a lot of the work that I have been speaking, especially around the heart and managing your emotions, I want to let you know that I'll be starting a new 9-week course designed for men who want to learn the skills of emotional self mastery, shadow reintegration, and compassionate communication. It's called The Way of the Heart Warrior. Okay, it starts again this Friday, April 28th, and it goes for 9 weeks. Then on Saturday, April the 29th, I'll be doing a 3-hour workshop designed to help you heal your relationship with money by releasing all those unconscious beliefs and energetic blocks and emotional blocks that are keeping you from allowing greater abundance and prosperity in your life. And then finally, on Tuesday, May 30th, after we complete the current course that started this week on meditating from the heart or heart center meditation, we are going to be doing another workshop or 5-week course rather on learning what is normally referred to as heart centering prayer or the prayer of the heart. We're going to be exploring different techniques. We're going to be looking at the history, all this with the intention to give you additional tools to help you become a more heart centered or loving and compassionate individual. And if you're new to my broadcast, if you're new to my work and you want to find out where you are along this heart mastery journey, and if your heart is either open or blocked, I'd love to invite you to visit my website, gabrielgonsalves.com, where you can take the Heart Mastery quiz. The quiz is designed to help you uncover where are you along this path, whether if you are at the initial stages of this heart awakening journey, or the intermediate stages, or you are at some of the final stages that I normally like to refer to as the leader stage, where you're getting ready to make a big impact in the world. Welcome, Ellen. Welcome, and Mantatasi. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Welcome, Geraldine, Kelly, those of you who are just arriving right now. Okay, so let's dive into today's topic. And I want to begin by reviewing one of the things I mentioned last week when we were speaking about the perspective of the path of the heart as a transformational journey. As an avid student of the path of the heart, I like to define the path of the heart as the journey that you embark on when you decide to love yourself enough to courageously go after 100% of what you believe in your mind and know deep in your heart is possible. Along the way, you heal yourself, you fulfill your highest potential, and you transform the world. To me, the path and the heart are one. And by the way, I want to thank you guys also for giving me feedback about the weekly affirmations that I started now posting on the YouTube channel. I've received a lot of feedback from people telling me that they love them. And last week there was an affirmation that said the path and the heart are one. I can't remember exactly how it went, but that ended up being the most popular of the affirmations from last week. And it's true. The heart is a metaphor for love. So we're speaking about a path that has really no destination. It's more about a way of being that is loving, caring, compassionate, and honoring of all of life. That's why we can say the path and the heart, they're one. Buddha described it perfectly when he said, your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. Confucius defined it when he said, wherever you go, go with all your heart. In other words, take the fullness of who you are with it, which is in essence your lovingness. And so I want to start here because to go on this transformational journey, to go and pursue your deepest desires within your heart, it's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that from the very beginning. And the main reason is because the majority of us have been disconnected from our hearts for a very, very long time. We live in a culture that encourages us to be disconnected from our own hearts. And so, if we're disconnected with our own hearts, if we're disconnected with our essence, if we're disconnected with our deepest desires, we're not going to be able to go on this journey. And instead, we're more likely to go on somebody else's journey, what our parents wanted for us, what society expected from us. And so that is possibly the main reason, which is why I've dedicated my life in so many ways to help people reconnect with themselves through their hearts, because the heart is also that connecting point, not only to yourself but and your own divinity, but also to your souls and the information that comes from your soul. So, how do you overcome this barrier? Well, you need to set aside time every day to connect with your heart and to listen to your heart, asking yourself, what is my heart longing for? What brings me joy? What makes me come alive? And if you're here, I can safely assume that you are somebody who is already very connected to your heart. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. This is one of the main intentions that I have for every time that we meet, that we connect not only to ourselves, but also we connect deeply to each other. The second reason why most people will never follow their hearts is because they lack clarity. Another barrier that can prevent people, which is very, very common, is people don't have a very clear, specific idea of what it is that they would love to create, to pursue, what it is that they feel passionate about, what it is that they would like to bring out into the world, which is what the word purpose means. The word purpose means to put forward, to bring forth. And so a lot of us have not very clear. This is why you need a vision. This is why you need a vision. Your vision is ultimately a vehicle for the path to be realized. So, how do you overcome this? Well, you need to take time to reflect on your values, your passions, your long term goals, and begin to get clear. In essence, ask yourself, what would that look like? What would that feel like? In the same way in which you would plan a birthday party for a dear friend or for yourself, or in the same way in which you would plan a trip, like Mary's planning this amazing trip out to Vegas in California. Okay, I'm sure she sat down and she started seeing herself, projecting herself out there and traveling. So there was a very clear, specific idea what that would look like. You need to be equally clear and specific with regards to what would following your path or your heart will look like and feel like. All right, we're not following just an esoteric, woo woo thing. No, we're following a very clear, specific vision. So you need to be able to connect and see inside what it is that, what it is that you would like to manifest on the outer, and this requires in many ways uh, alignment or connecting with your inner sense of vision, which the Native Americans, the Lakota, for example, they have this expression called Shante Ishta, which basically means a single eye of the heart. This is one of the things that author Greg Braden speaks a lot about in his seminars. He's speaking about the eye that exists within the heart that can see beyond duality. That's why it's a single eye. It sees everything through the eyes of love. The third reason why most people will never follow their heart is because they are afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of what would happen if they leave their safety of their jobs, of what is familiar to them. Now, the one thing you need to remember is that you cannot escape fear. We have all these kind of techniques and methodologies designed to help us tap the fear away. And I don't really believe that that's actually effective or efficient. And I tell you that because I used to be an actor for many years before I embarked on this path as a coach. And if one of the things an actor really needs before they go on stage is fear, okay, you literally are experiencing conditions very close to what people who are about to have a heart attack experience. The heart begins to palpitate really fast. All right. Your hands, your palms begin to sweat. And it's your entire nervous system letting you know, okay, you need to be awake, you need to be alert because your environment has changed. Okay. Survival is at stake. And so there's an increased sense of alertness. All right. Your autonomic nervous system kicks into high gear. Why? So you can be prepared for the action. You're about to show yourself and open your heart and express yourself in front of a lot of people. And so you can't just be small. You need to know, allow this energy to flow through you. So it's the same thing for whenever you embark on an unknown path. You're going to get butterflies. That's just a symptom that your status quo is being challenged. And so you need to understand that fear will ultimately be irrelevant because it's part of any journey of transformation and change. And that's what following the path of your heart will ultimately be about. You have to leave the safety and be willing, be courageous enough to face the unknown. It also requires a tremendous amount of surrender. How do you overcome this fear? Well, powerful way of doing that is by asking yourself, what is this fear trying to tell me? What am I afraid of? Who would I be without this fear? How can I channel this fear or the energy of this fear into becoming more present or into what I actually want? So, this is where these techniques that we practice here week after week can be very useful to you by bringing a hand over to the heart and then breathing in and out of the heart and acknowledging the fear, which is normally experienced down in the belly area, in the intestines area. You draw some air and awareness into that area, and rather than fight the fear, you acknowledge it. You acknowledge it by simply becoming the witness to it, being present to it. You're going to notice that it will run its course and it will be transformed. So, that is exactly what actors do. They become aware of it, they welcome it, they allow it. Sometimes they reveal it by saying, I feel very nervous. Acknowledge it. And then you're going to notice that once they move into action, the fear then tends to dissipate. Another common barrier to following your heart is having limited beliefs. And these are beliefs that we hold about ourselves, other people, about the world around us that ultimately limit our potential and keep us stuck in our current circumstances. Beliefs like, for example, I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy. I don't have what it takes. For many years, in my case, I had this belief that I was not a good musician, that I didn't have any talent. So why even bother picking up the guitar and playing an instrument? Who's going to want to listen to me? And so it was this same belief that kept me from picking up the guitar and practicing consistently. And I allowed that belief to get in the way. So what you need to do is, well, you challenge these beliefs that are holding you back. You ask yourself, what do I believe about myself and my ability to follow this path, to achieve this goal, to pursue this vision? It's important that you identify it, okay? Not so much so that you tap it away or try to program another belief, but just so that you could see it for what it is. It's just a belief that may have come as a result of some past experience, something that happened early in your childhood, something that happened in school, some possibly sometimes as a result of trauma. And it was a belief that was necessary at the time to keep you safe, to keep you protected. But guess what? It's what's keeping you now from pursuing your heart's desire. So it's time to let it go. And obviously, replace it for another belief that is much more empowering. Reason number five, a common barrier to following your heart is also our ego's need for safety. That our ego is that part of us that wants to protect us from pain, from being exposed, from danger, from harm, both physically and emotionally. Well, this can be very helpful in some situations, as I was explaining earlier. Your ego is part of our natural survival mechanism. It can also hold us back from taking risks and pursuing what we really want and what truly matters to us. All right, so we all have within our autonomic nervous system, we have a little in the hypothalamus, and we also have the amygdala. This little glands that actually contain information about past and childhood traumas, moments when we experience pain or emotional discomfort or distress. And so when these things arise, the entire nervous system, obviously, and our ego, which is our, the collective group of beliefs and notions we have about ourselves, will rear their ugly head and will ultimately try to stop us. And so we'll intellectualize and say, like, oh, I just don't have the money, or I deep down I'm not good for this, or I get this other job offer, so I think I'm going to go for this because this gives me more certainty or stability. And this is what Joseph Campbell normally refers to as the dragon. All right. In our Western world, our ego is represented by the dragon. And so um, we need to kill the dragon in so many ways, slay the dragon. I would rather say, like, we need to tame the dragon, because it's better to have a dragon that can fly you and take you places you would normally not be able to go than to have a dead dragon. If you watch Game of Thrones, I think you understand what I mean. All right, so what do you do? Well, you need to have a conversation with that part of you that you can call your ego or your limiting personality, whatever name you may have for that part of you, and see it for what it is. Recognize that that part is actually trying to keep you safe. That's its job. Okay. That's what it was designed for. And so listen to what it has to say. And then, as Dr. David Hawkins recommends, dissolve it with compassion. Dissolve it with the deeper understanding that it's part of a defense mechanism designed to keep you safe. And it's also part of what's keeping you from having that desire fully manifested in your life. Reason number six, why many of us will not follow our heart, is lack of support. Lack of support can also be a significant barrier. Okay, whether if it's support from family, friends, coworkers, or not having the support that you need can be very challenging. Okay, especially if you're somebody that have felt very unsupported all your life, and sometimes we even feel unsupported by God. So, how do you overcome this barrier? Well, just like we did with the ego, you can have a conversation with people in your life who are either not supporting you or that you would like their support, and explain to them why it is important for you to receive this support, what it's at stake for you, and ask for that support. One of the things I noticed, for example, in my own life, feeling very unsupported, was that part of the reason why I was not receiving the support that I wanted was, number one, I did not ask for it. And number two was, I had always had this deep belief that if I asked, nobody would give me the support, and nobody would come and support me. So deep down, I felt unworthy of other people's support, and so I had this attitude of, why even bother? Why even bother asking for support? To overcome this barrier, have a conversation. As I said, have a conversation, ask for the support that you need. And if you find that somebody in your life is very judgmental, is very critical, just simply move on. Look for somebody else who can provide the support that you need. Reason number 7 is prioritizing other people's needs. Prioritizing other people's needs above your own. Now, this happens when you feel responsible for other people's happiness. And this could be your family, this could be friends, this could be coworkers. You may even feel guilty or selfish for pursuing your passions when it means taking time and resources away from others. Now, I find that for people who are very heart centered, who are very empathic, who are very sensitive, this is one of their biggest one. Okay, so you'll hear yourself or somebody that they're struggling with this say something like, "Oh, I can't leave my daughter alone. My daughter needs me," or "I can't do that to my son. You know what? What would he do if I go and set up my own business, or go into this relationship or move to this country or do this?" Okay. And so they're more worried about other people and happy to support other people in their following, them following their heart and for pursuing their own goals. And I believe deep down can often comes from a deep sense of unworthiness, as I was speaking earlier. Okay, so they project it out outside by helping somebody else instead of helping themselves. How do you transcend this barrier? Well, one of the ways is by practicing emotional self awareness and self compassion. You can start by identifying the reasons why you prioritize other people's needs above your own, asking yourself if it's based on fear of being rejected or feeling guilt or a false sense of responsibility, which is also one of the ego's mechanisms of control. Uh, and you can challenge those beliefs and mindsets with positive affirmations. Okay, one of the things that you can embrace or this idea that my desires are important to me, my happiness and self-realization are important to me, and begin to prioritize your own goals, your own desires. And then finally, reason number 8 why most people will never follow their heart is because of financial constraints. Financially, many people feel held back and convince themselves that they cannot do something just because they don't have the money. And so they put themselves in a catch 22 situation where they say, well, if I had the money, I would follow my heart, but I don't have the money, so I don't follow my heart, without knowing that more often than not, the first step towards following your heart doesn't require money at all. It requires more often a baby step, a symbolic action, or asking for somebody else's support, sending an email, getting information. But most people will not even get that far because they're still convinced, okay, I cannot do this until I have the money. In my Manifesting from the Heart course, I speak a lot about something that I call the heart set. We make a lot of emphasis on this concept of idea of mindset, right? Which are the set of beliefs I would have to have about myself in order to manifest this. Heart set is different. Heart set is the feelings that you would feel if this vision, if this goal was already a reality. So a lot of people say, oh, I need to do this in order to feel this. Heart set invites you to feel the feeling before you have that thing. Okay. And so why am I speaking about heart set is because your heart set points to what you can define as the emotional equivalent of your wish fulfill or your desire. Okay, so we're speaking then in essence about how you would feel if it was 100% true that you have that. And so instead of worrying about the money, which will put the energy into lack, limitation, fear, scarcity, etc., if you align yourself energetically and emotionally with your wish already fulfilled, you're going to see that out of that arises a deep sense of peace and contentment. And with that also come very powerful creative ideas of things you could start doing. as you prepare to follow this direction or to create the money that you would need to embark on this path, take this trip, or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so to review again, the these top 8 reasons why most people will never follow the heart. First one is many people are very disconnected from the heart to begin with. So you want to reconnect. Reason number 2 is there's a lack of clarity. So how do you solve that? Well, you get clear by being very specific and writing out a vision. Number 3, fear of the unknown. Okay, well, that requires courage, the willingness to go into the unknown and be be willing to be open and amazed by the new. Reason number 4, dealing with limited beliefs. I think the most important thing when it comes to limited beliefs is just identifying them. Once you've identified them, then you can start taking different actions and begin to create new beliefs around that. Reason number 5, our ego's needs for safety. Remember, we all have this self defense mechanism designed to keep us safe. Reason number 6, lack of support. Ask for the support that you need. Just simply ask. Reason number 7, prioritizing other people's needs. So making other people's agenda or goals more important than yours. No, your 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 desires are God inspired. If they matter to you, they matter to God. So go after them. They're important. And then finally, financial constraints. I find that more often than not, it's not money. It's not really the problem, but more often than not is our thoughts, our beliefs about money what gets people stuck, but not money itself. So the ultimate truth about manifesting your desires, following your heart, is that, as I said a few moments ago, your heart's desires are divinely inspired. If they are important to you, they are important to God. So you owe it to yourself to follow your heart and see where it takes you. Who knows? You might just surprise yourself and discover a whole new world, possibilities and opportunities that you never imagined possible. There may be setbacks, challenges along the ways, as most paths will have, but these experiences are there for you to grow personally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you can become the person that you came here to be. Give it a shot, give it a try. Okay. All right. So with this as the yeah, the topic of our first part of our conversation, I'd like to invite you now to move into the awareness of the affirmative word by repeating out loud after me the following when affirmations. You can place a hand over your heart and please repeat after me. My desires are divinely inspired. If they matter to me, they matter to God. I am worthy of pursuing my passions and creating a life I love. I believe in myself and my ability to manifest my dreams into reality. I release any fear or doubt and trust that my heart knows the way. I let go of all distractions and self imposed limitations. I am grateful for all the new opportunities coming my way. Spiritual forces guide me towards my highest destiny and fate. I invite you now to close your eyes if you haven't already done so, and maintain that hand of your heart as we move now into a space of heart-centered meditation and prayer. To meditate is to unify ourselves with the presence of God inside of us. This is what our individual I am presence means. The presence of God in you. The presence in which you live, breathe, and have your being. Recognizing that your heart is that connecting point to the heart of God. Beautifully and fully expressed in the heart of Jesus the Christ, which is why we always appeal to our beloved Christ self as a part of us that is both human and divine, in the same way in which Jesus was both human and divine. He was in the flesh, walking on this earth, aware of his divine inheritance. We begin to now breathe into the heart center. Breathing slowly, deeply, and nice and even, so that the inhale and the exhale are approximately the same length. As we breathe in and out, we notice the heartbeat in the center of the chest, feeling the pulsating waves of blood that leave our heart and circulate through the body. Recognizing that that which is happening at the biophysical level is also happening at the bioenergetic level. From within the heart, electromagnetic waves of life force energy is vibrating out. And with every breath, we energize the heart, and that wave gets bigger. That wave becomes also softer as we now take a moment to feel gratitude and appreciation for this moment and for this life, saying in essence, dear God, dear life, dear universe, dear Tao, I love you, I honor you, and I appreciate you. And I cannot thank you enough for the gift of this life, for all that I am, for all that I do, and for all that I have. We let this feeling of gratitude and appreciation be the key that opens the heart, that expands our heart fields, feeling more connected to ourselves, feeling more connected to each other here in this virtual space, and feeling more connected to life. Knowing that where God is, you are. That your heartbeat is the heartbeat of God. That your heart is sacred. For God only makes sacred hearts. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Divine Mother, in the name of the divine archangels, spiritual guides, spiritual fathers and mothers, the elemental life, and all divine beings. And speaking on behalf of everyone who's present here today, I declare, my heart is a portal to the divine. My heart is the communication center with my soul. Within my heart, there's a master teacher, a divine presence that guides my life, that helps me make important decisions, and that has the capacity to overcome any obstacles that come my way. I feel gratitude for this loving presence, for this infinite wisdom, and for this power. I accept love. I accept abundance. I accept and welcome divine ideas that prosper me and improve all my conditions. I accept the fullness of my humanity, the desirable parts of myself and the undesirable parts of myself, recognizing that I'm not here to express perfection. I'm here to express wholeness, like nature expresses wholeness. I give myself permission to be whole, to be real, and to see myself through the eyes of compassion, and to see myself the way God sees me. In the name of divine love, I now release and let go of anything and everything, conscious or unconscious, keeping me from following my heart and manifesting my heart's desires. I let go of anything that keeps me from connecting with my true heart. I let go of anything that keeps me from feeling worthy. I let go of any blocks that keep me from having clarity. I let go of any limited beliefs I have about myself, about money, about what needs to happen so that I can finally pursue my highest potential. It's easy for me to ask for the support that I need because I know I am always supported by unseen forces that guide my life. I know that the universe did not bring me this far to get me this far. It brought me this far because I am on my way to a higher realm of possibilities. I surrender all of that, which keeps me from following my heart, from manifesting my ideal vision, from having the love I seek, my heart desires, from having the abundance, the prosperity, the success, the joy, the adventures my heart desires. I let it all go, choosing to trust in the Christ in me, choosing to trust in my true self, choosing to trust myself. That self with a big S, that is the divine in me. I let this awareness now sink in, commanding my unconscious mind now to fully, completely accept this new truth. And to act accordingly. In the name of the living Christ in me, which is my own Buddha nature, my Atman presence, I now declare, please repeat after me. My desires are divinely inspired. If they matter to me, they matter to God. I am worthy of pursuing my passions and creating a life I love. I believe in myself and my ability to manifest my dreams into reality. I release any fear or doubt and trust that my heart knows the way. I let go of all distractions and self imposed limitations. I am grateful for all the new opportunities coming my way. Spiritual forces guide me towards my highest destiny and fate. And so it is, and it is so. Heavenly Father, we now elevate this prayer and ask that it be multiplied as much as heaven's law will allow in the name of our family members, our friends, our co-workers, everyone in our town, in our city where we live, everyone in our country, and every being, son and daughter of God upon this earth. We ask for this, knowing that it is done according to your divine will and with thy grace. And so it is, and it is so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gently we initiate now the full return to our physical awareness, gently opening the eyes and taking a moment to check in with ourselves and with how we're feeling right now in this moment. As we do this, we ask ourselves, what new insight, realization, or awareness am I taking away from this experience? And if you want to, feel free to share it in the comment section below. I always love to hear your comments after this guided meditations, just to see how they touch you, they affect you. Also want to remind you, if you haven't already done so, to please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and click on the little bell so you can receive notifications about upcoming heart streams as well, so that you can be here with us on time. Christoph was asking a very powerful and important question. He says, thanks, Gav. I read that only 2% of the human family walks the path of the heart and their dreams. Yeah, I'd be curious to know where you read that. I do know that according to Dr. David Hawkins, only about 4% of the people on this planet calibrate at the level of love. And so to walk the path of the heart is to walk the path of love, ultimately. So according to Hawkins, it's more like 4%. Deborah says, my heart is a portal to the divine. I love that. I will be repeating it often. Thank you, Gavs, and all who join here today. Wonderful. Marriott says, I'm feeling inspired. Amanda, empowered. Ellen says, deeply grateful for the blessings and gift you have brought to my path. You're very welcome. Irish says, thank you, Gavs, for the clarity of light. Christoph says, I recorded music today with my friends Charles. I'm on the path of my heart. Thank you for the guidance. Yeah, man. I bet you lots of love is coming through that music. And without a doubt, probably music whose vibration is going to get out into the world, because anything that is conceived with love will carry the frequency of that love. That is the essence of how we were created. It's just that we forget along the way. How could we not? You know, they tell you you're made out of love, and then you come into this planet, and the moment you're out, they slap you. It's like, what happened about the love? I'm just joking. All right, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you, Danny, Cindy, Christoph, Irish, Ellen, Amanda, Mariette, Deborah, Michalina, Mara, Violet from Lesotho. Ah, beautiful. Geraldine, John, Lila, Marilyn, Simona, Mary. And if I left your name out, please forgive me. I'm only just mentioning the names of those of you that make comments, because if you don't make comments, I don't know that you're here. All right, my beautiful friends, I wish you a beautiful and a fantastic week ahead. I hope you take this feeling inside your heart into your next activity, whatever that may be, so that others can also benefit from being in the presence of an open and loving heart. Until we meet again, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all of my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for joining me in this week's Heartstream. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to yourself and your divinity, to the planet, to others, and to all of life. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can receive notifications about upcoming broadcasts. And if you would like to sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, or register for my upcoming trainings and seminars, be sure to visit my website, GabrielGonsalves.com. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.